Today, enjoy a night at the theater, find dramatic style at an urban inn, and meet athletes of the highest caliber.
Travel with AAA's Discover Oklahoma.
Hi, and welcome to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds, and we're coming to you this week from the beautifully refurbished Lyric Theater in the Plaza District of Oklahoma City. Lyric is getting ready to celebrate its 50th anniversary, 50 years of bringing what has become Broadway caliber theater to Oklahoma.
The stuff we're doing here is getting a lot of attention nationally because of the high production values and the performers we're getting. So it's exciting to see people calling me all the time saying, hey, when can I do a show at Lyric?
Michael Barron says Lyric's recent production of Bye Bye Birdie was so innovative, theater companies around the country are asking to use the sets and costumes. These lavish Lyric musicals are staged at the Civic Center, which gets raves from visiting stars.
It took my breath away. And to this day, it is the bar, the highest bar of how lovely a theater and a dressing room and how well we were all treated of any theater.
And the Lyric's historic refurbished theater in the Plaza District offers smaller productions and other events year-round.
In addition, we do Christmas Carol every year, and this space allows the whole show to be immersive, so the families come and the ghosts fly over their heads, they come through the aisles, Scrooge is right there with them. So it's a very different experience than downtown, which is sort of the very grand scale, almost operatic version of musicals. This one I like to think is the 360 version, where when you're in the theater, it's all happening around you.
Whatever Lyric does has gained a reputation for being first class.
The quality of the productions here are equal to the ones on Broadway. There you go. You're going to be, it's beautiful.
It's not surprising that someone like Beth Level, who's here for Call Me Madam this summer, she won the Tony Award several years ago, but she came to Lyric before she won the Tony, had a great experience, and now that she's even more famous on the national stage, for her to come back is just wonderful, and it's a testament to how well we do things here in Oklahoma at Lyric.
Everyone at Lyric is very serious about what we do here. This is not like community theater where we all just get together and have a big party and hey, let's put on a show.
Milena Govich is a Broadway and Hollywood actress who got her start at Lyric and came back to star in the summer production of Sweet Charity.
To have a professional theater experience for people living in this area, both to witness it in the audience and to participate in it on stage and behind stage, is really a gift.
I was completely blown away by the talent that's right here, you know, being cultivated at such a young age.
Give him an object, just a random object.
Lyric has a variety of programs like this one, which brings students to theater and theater to students.
Even if the students don't become professional performers, everything they learn is so useful in their lives. It puts them out in front, it makes them better speakers, it gives them more confidence, teaches them social skills, how to work well with others. And of course, it gives them a new appreciation for theater so that we can have patrons for years to come here in Oklahoma.
And that sets the stage for another 50 years of Broadway caliber productions by Oklahoma's own Lyric Theater.
You should be so proud of yourself. And those of us in New York are anxious to come down here and work and share that pride with you. So thank you and congratulations.
Brava!
Just go to the Discover Oklahoma page at travelok.com for a link to Lyric's website. Speaking of high drama, don't you love those old black and white movies where there's some debonair leading man set in a romantic country inn? Well, our leading man, Dino Lawley, has found your fantasy inn down in Norman.
Bed and breakfasts have a long history. Now, B&Bs can vary so much according to location, architecture, services, and so on. But it is exactly that variety that can make staying at a bed and breakfast fun and charming, romantic, and exciting. You get all of those qualities and more at the beautiful Montford Inn located in Norman. Now, the first thing that hit me was how it was decorated. It's very relaxed, and it was fun to see how family pieces were used as part of that decor throughout. Those family pieces are used wonderfully, and not just because they happen to be unique. They are functional and comfortable. Owner William Murray says they want to keep some of that history around.
So maybe the history is on the walls rather than what you're sleeping in, you know, that kind of thing. Some rooms have themes, so to speak, but they're not overly done that way. One may be a little bit more masculine. One upstairs is called Chickasaw Rancher. It's a little bit more Southwest style, as opposed to one called Yesteryear that is, it's probably, it is our most Victorian styled room.
The family-owned Montford Inn has been open since November of 1994. They're a member of the prestigious Select Registry Association, and because of that membership, they are secretly inspected on more than just quality.
Security and safety and cleanliness and hospitality and all those things going together. And then when he's checking out, he says, oh, by the way, you have about an hour, I need to speak with you. I'm with Quality Consultants. I'm here to inspect you for Select Registry. Okay, great. Hope I passed.
The Montford Inn always passes with flying colors and extremely high marks. Now, altogether, there are 10 rooms in the main house, and they also have 6 cottage suites in 4 buildings right across the street. So there are 16 rooms total, all with private baths. Now, breakfast is always an important element of staying at a bed and breakfast, and at the Montford Inn, you are served a full breakfast with style and with something they call a Tanawa smoothie, and the rest is all homemade and delicious.
Today I served a baked stuffed French toast. It has 2 layers of bread with a cream cheese in the middle, and it's baked with all that good stuff, butter and brown sugar and all toasted walnuts. And then today I put a strawberry topping on top of it, you know, kind of a warm compote of strawberries. Always fresh fruit, and then there's always a side of some kind. Like today I had link sausage. So you try and do the sweet with the savory at the same time.
William says his customers are his salespeople. They go out and talk about the wonderful experience they had here. Now, over the years, they've had their share of celebrities who've stayed, including Helen Hunt, Vice President Al Gore, and several heads of state. Whether it's a couple celebrating an anniversary or someone here on business, the Montford Inn is very accommodating, and they also have a great relationship with the University of Oklahoma.
They trust us with a lot of people, and we're very fortunate for that. We're blessed with that business and that trust. And so with President Bourne and his connections, he has put a lot of people with us, and we appreciate it very much. We take care of those guests just like we take care of everybody else. If they have some things that we need to take care of differently, that's fine, but we don't do anything out of the ordinary for them. We want them to be just as comfortable as anybody else.
In Norman, at the very comfortable and stylish Montford Inn, I'm Dean O'Lally.
To make your reservations at the Montford Inn, we'll link you to their webpage from ours at travelok.com. Up next, we're headed to the Olympics. We'll meet some athletes with Oklahoma ties who are the best of the best. We'll cheer them on when AAA's Discover Oklahoma returns.
It was a Saturday morning and I went to an exercise class. As soon as the class ends, I go to the parking lot and somebody had stolen my car. I couldn't believe it. So I called AAA Insurance. They offered me a rental car. They told me everything was going to be all right. So when my car was found a week later, they said, Bob, you need to change the locks on your car. I would have never thought about that if it wasn't for AAA. They really took care of me.
Get great service, low rates, and a free auto insurance quote today.
Want to get away? Oklahoma road trips are fuel for the soul. To get your motor running, visit travelok.com for brochures, inspiration, and loads of savings. A few clicks will put you on the open road to adventure. At travelok.com/road trips, it's easy to find a getaway that moves you. We've reinvented the road trip. Come along for the ride.
It was almost comical. It was like, I can't believe this even happened. I look down the street, I see there's a tree across my son's car. I was just like, I called my AAA agent, Patty. She said, we can take care of this. AAA and Patty are great. You just feel like they have your back. They make everything as easy as possible. I mean, they really take good care of us.
Get great service, low rates, and a free auto insurance quote today.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. The Summer Olympics this year will be featuring athletes who trained at the U.S. High Performance Center at the Devon Boathouse in downtown Oklahoma City. And immediately following that will be the Paralympics, which will also feature some Oklahoma-trained athletes. Our Shel Wagner got the chance to visit with them.
When you enter the Devon Boathouse on the banks of the Oklahoma River, it's pretty obvious that this is a world-class facility. In fact, it's an official training site for Olympic and Paralympic rowers and kayakers. But you and I can train here too, right alongside some of the world's most impressive athletes. Around here, you don't have to look far for inspiration. Andrew Johnson and Emma Preuschel make up half of the U.S. Paralympian rowing team. They'll represent our nation in London later this month. The term Paralympics refers to the competition held in parallel with the Olympic Games. The Paralympics happen every 4 years on the same cycle as the Olympics and at the same location and venues.
So the Paralympics is a sporting event for elite athletes, and these elite athletes have physical limitations. It's different than the Special Olympics, which handles elite athletes who have cognitive disabilities. And so it's also different from the Olympics, which is people who are not facing any specific physical limitations.
Create that leverage!
Andrew and Emma are both adapted athletes. Andrew is blind, and Emma has a condition known as Erb's palsy, a birth injury that caused loss of motion and weakness in her left arm. Both Emma and Andrew were selected for the 2012 U.S. Paralympic rowing team and have been training here on the Oklahoma River for well over a year. Although they both grew up elsewhere, Andrew in Connecticut and Emma in Indiana, we Oklahomans have quickly claimed them as our own.
Oklahoma has been great. I've loved being here. There's always a bit of uncertainty traveling to a city where you don't know anyone, especially when you're blind. But everybody here, from the Boathouse Foundation community to the community at large, has just been so friendly and welcoming. You can find delicious food everywhere, and there's lots of nightlife that I'm slowly discovering. And there's a community of dedicated, passionate rowers who are all trying to accomplish the same thing that I am. So Oklahoma is really the perfect place for me right now. I'm so thrilled to be here.
When we first got here, we said, where should we go have lunch, me and my parents? And they sent us to Toby Keith's Bar and Grill downtown. And I thought, I can handle this. They seem like they like country music. I love country music. So, you've got Carrie Underwood, Toby Keith, Garth Brooks. I think he's from here. Yes. So, and I thought, okay, this could work. So that was sort of my first take, and since then it's proved to be an excellent place to train and live, and everyone here is so friendly.
Emma and Andrew will meet up with the other half of their 4-person rowing team who have been training in California before heading to London together and moving into the Olympic Village. Part of our state's strength was built on the back of adversity. As a people, we get that. And we're also folks who revere athletic merit. So the quest of Emma and Andrew, who are here among us pushing through physical limitations in pursuit of gold medals, that not only captures our imaginations and makes us want to rally around them, but has some of us suspecting that perhaps these two were Okies all along. Opening ceremonies for the Paralympic Games are August 29th, and all of America, especially us Oklahomans, will be watching. In Oklahoma City, I'm Shel Wagner.
To find the Paralympics website or to train alongside Olympians at the Devon Boathouse, just go to the Discover Oklahoma page at travelok.com and we'll make sure you're linked up. Do you know the secret password to dramatic dining? Intimately Italian, when AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues in 2 short minutes.
Hello, Chuck May here with AAA Oklahoma. We've always been strong supporters of making sure drivers are safe on the roads, which is why we support a number of charitable causes that advocate just that. Safety. The AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety is one such organization. They are dedicated to saving lives, reducing injuries, and enhancing traffic safety. Since 1947, the foundation has funded hundreds of projects designed to discover the various causes of traffic crashes, how to prevent them, and how to minimize injuries when they happen. AAA has used this research to develop high-impact educational materials for drivers, as well as bicyclists and others who use the roads. This is just one of the many charitable organizations that AAA Oklahoma fully supports. Our goal is to make sure that all of your driving experiences are safe ones. Until next time, may the road lead you to exciting new discoveries. Whether it's insurance, travel, or peace of mind on the road, think AAA every day.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from Lyric Theater in the Plaza District of Oklahoma City with a show that's all about drama. What could be more dramatic than an out-of-the-way Italian restaurant with a hidden room and whispers of a secret password? Our Shel Wagner gives us a behind-the-scenes look.
When Brian DeCintio started his Italian restaurant in Marlow, it didn't look anything like this. Giuseppe's was actually born in the back room of Brian's Pizzeria when he started serving authentic Italian entrees amidst brooms and cleaning supplies.
I fed him supper and we made a joke it was the broom closet, and that's where Giuseppe started.
Soon, the cramped space couldn't keep up with demand, and Brian moved the restaurant to this set of historic buildings. One, a former grocery, which became this bustling kitchen. And this old bank building is now the dining room. The original bank vault has become the bar. Harold Welliver bought the restaurant recently, allowing Chef Brian time to concentrate on what he does best.
With Harold taking over the reins, it allows me to just concentrate on the food, so we're constantly coming up with new dishes.
Brian says his recipes are the same ones he grew up eating. His grandparents owned an Italian restaurant in New York.
We've moved into Angry Chicken, ossobuco, we do a stuffed shrimp, we do pork with artichokes, so we have our Alfredo sauce is the best you'll ever eat.
And their salad dressings became so popular they had to start bottling the stuff.
My goal is to entertain with atmosphere, entertain with food, and entertain with service.
Well, when they walk in the door, you can see it in their eyes. They're just amazed at the atmosphere. That's one. And then two, they just don't expect anything like this in Marlow.
We have people come in limos with, celebrating anniversaries to the farmer just right out, out of off the farm in his muddy boots and stuff. It's a very comfortable place.
And a lot of people travel on a weekly or monthly basis from Edmond, Stillwater, Ardmore, Lawton, Cache, so even Altus to come and eat.
Whenever people come here, we want them to have a good time. That's our heart, is we want to make sure that their night out is the best night possible.
Harold is a creative sort, and he got to thinking about how he might make the experience here even better, while also honoring the history of this restaurant. Just take a look at what he came up with.
You won't find a more private dining room than the broom closet here at Giuseppe's, and it sort of harkens back to the very roots of this restaurant that started in a broom closet. First, you wait for the light to go on, and then you open the door. It's a real broom closet.
What's the password?
Discover Oklahoma.
There's a special menu in the broom closet that you can't get in the dining room. You can only get it there. You got to pull a rope for service.
So whether you savor your meal inside the storied 1911 bank, or you call ahead to reserve the secret broom closet, you'll realize that what began as a locale for dining has truly become a destination. In Marlow, I'm Shel Wagner.
Giuseppe's Italian Dining in Marlow has a wonderful menu and lots of other information on the restaurant website, and we'll link you to it from the Discover Oklahoma page at travelok.com. Coming up, we have some Western adventure to share with you. Right off into the sunset when AAA's Discover Oklahoma returns.
It was a Saturday morning and I went to an exercise class. As soon as the class ends, I go to the parking lot and somebody had stolen my car. I couldn't believe it. So I called AAA Insurance. They offered me a rental car. They told me everything was going to be all right. So when my car was found a week later, they said, "Bob, you need to change the locks on your car." I would have never thought about that if it wasn't for AAA. They really took care of me.
Get great service, low rates, and a free auto insurance quote today.
It's Oklahoma's growing adventure, agritourism, where farms, ranches, and vineyards swing open their gates with a warm welcome and acres to taste. From hand-picked produce to handcrafted wines, it's morning glory that lasts into the night. Find 500 farm and ranch attractions all over Oklahoma. Explore agritourism at travelok.com.
It was almost comical. It was like, I can't believe this even happened. I look down the street, I see there's a tree across my son's car. I was just like, I called my AAA agent, Patty. She said, we can take care of this. AAA and Patty are great. You just feel like they have your back. They make everything as easy as possible. I mean, they really take good care of us.
Get great service, low rates, and a free auto insurance quote today.
Welcome back. AAA Oklahoma makes this show possible and does a lot of other great things around our state. Here's a look at today's AAA.
Hello, Chuck May here with AAA Oklahoma. When you hear the name AAA, many of you probably think about roadside service or booking your next vacation through AAA Travel. But did you know that AAA Insurance is the fastest growing auto and home insurance company in Oklahoma? It's true. AAA Insurance offers a wide variety of discounts which allow us to offer competitive premiums along with thorough insurance coverage to our customers. In addition, AAA has 41 insurance offices across the state of Oklahoma to make it easy and convenient to do business with us. Call us or go to AAA.com to get a free auto or home insurance quote. And while you're at it, ask us about life insurance too. Our reputation for quality customer service is unmatched, and you are backed with a name you know and trust. Until next time, may the road lead you to exciting new discoveries. Whether it's insurance, travel, or peace of mind on the road, think AAA every day.
AAA for the ones who matter most to you. Our show's about drama this week, and you can create your own Western drama by getting onto the back of a horse and seeing our state from a whole new perspective. Won't you come along for the ride? Oklahoma is horse country, and these beautiful animals were at one time pretty much our sole means of getting around. Nowadays, most of us ride for the sheer pleasure of it. Year-round, you can find Pete and Cherry Wolf here at Turner Falls pairing up horses and humans.
We enjoy teaching people the finer points of riding, how to teach horses to do sliding stops and how to guide them without having to pull and yank and jerk them around, and how to communicate well with a horse.
Any advice for a tenderfoot?
Keep a leg on each side and your fanny in the middle. Best tip I know.
That's a good thing for a beginner to keep in mind, and keep in the saddle. The Arbuckle Mountains sure are beautiful from this vantage point. There was a time when this part of southeastern Oklahoma was a hideout for outlaws, the likes of Jesse James and Belle Starr. These days, Robbers Cave is a good hideout for all the rest of us.
Come on over here and I'll load you.
Yeah, trying to say, do you have an elevator?
Unless you want to run and jump.
No, I don't think I can run and jump today.
The outlaws came here, so when you ride these horses around here, you're almost like what they were doing.
Chances are you've seen Grand Lake from the water or even from the air, but have you ever seen her from the back of a horse?
So your right leg goes over, your left leg goes down. There we go.
Nancy and Val Sommer own and operate Monkey Island trail rides along the banks of Grand Lake.
All right, everybody, my name is Val, and my lead horse is Duke.
Going with us is Kristen and her horse Cotton.
And what do most visitors like best about their experience here?
Most people comment on how nice our horses are. They're fat, they're happy, they love doing their job. We have a huge variety of horses.
This is fun. You need to do it.
The other thing that makes it really special is obviously the scenery.
Scenery you can soak in when you saddle up for this brand of sightseeing. That's our show for this week. Thanks to the folks at the Lyric Theater for hosting us, and thanks to you for watching. Next week, we're going to reap the benefits of Oklahoma's entrepreneurial spirit, from a Bricktown business owner who's bottling his own soda to the serene family-built winery and guest house and the father-son business in Cotton County that's making a big splash. Hope you'll join us. Until next time, remember, there's always something to discover in Oklahoma. Discover Oklahoma's Adventure Machine is provided by the Oklahoma Ford Dealers, official partner of the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department.